And Jackrabbit picks up another 4 points on their next pass. Oof. I just saw an amazing evade tactic from Jackrabbit around M-Dog. It was like dancing. A lot of the stuff in roller derby games is very graceful sometimes, and sometimes not so much. And the jam is called off. We've got a star pass there from Nerd.
Hot off the press, Knives. We have a black Toyota 1BQ8AG. That's a black Toyota 1BQ8AG, or maybe it's 8AG. Your lights are on. Oh, they've been on the...
They've been on for the entire last game, so please, if your car is a black Toyota, that is 1BQ8AG, check on those lights, please.
Or come and find me later. I've got jumper leads.
Yeah. All right, next jam is on. What have we got?
Spag jamming for Nerd. We've got the South Sea blocker in the bin.
Spag picks up lead for Nerd. Looks like, yeah, so Nerd actually started there with a power jam. The South Sea Jammer just getting onto the track now. Entering the pack.
Ooh, we saw...
And coming out of the pack with Spag very close. Amazing effort from Spendy there just to forge through the pack, get through, put the pressure on Nerd, and get that call off.
Saw some pretty nice moves from Calamity June then, trying to get that South Sea Jammer out of their way off the track, and then Spendy, that South Sea Jammer, narrowly avoiding, but avoiding all the same and continuing through the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly is jamming for Nerd, and Paralyzer for South Sea. And that double whistle is blown very early on in this jam as Dolly picks up lead. Skating fast. Nerd Jammer breaks out of the pack. We've seen a successful star pass with M-Dog now, your jammer.
Oh, and a smooth cut through the track.
Calling it off.
By Nerd, calling it off.
Taking
Coming
those points
back.
straight to the bank.
That's it, cashing them in. All right, quick score check. We've got South Sea Roller Derby on 12 points. Northeast Roller Derby on 57 points. Still pretty close. Still very low scoring game. Still pretty close. We're only just halfway through the first half.
Our jammers on track are Vicious Citrus for South Sea, Calamity June picking up lead for Nerd.
And the crowd goes wild. We've got Citrus coming up just behind Nerd. And the jam gets called off by Calamity Jane. Three points to Northeast Roller Derby. All the skaters lining up for the next jam. Fun times. And we've got a timeout for Northeast Roller Derby. Back for some chill tunes while we have a little timeout. How you doing, Mags?
I'm doing great. What about you, Knives?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's great. So East Vic Roller Derby is actually the host this round. So we put in a lot of work to try to make everything come together. Thankfully, this venue reached out to us and said, hey, we've got this venue available. And we were in a bit of a pickle, so we're so grateful for them.
Thank you, Officer Community Hub, for hosting us. Thanks, East Vic, for putting on such a great round.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that we can all just have fun. This is what we do. We just play roller derby. It's great. So I've got a new jam starting up. So we've got Keza Kapow on the line for Northeast Roller Derby and Feisty Fox for the Banshees.
Ooh, we're seeing a little bit of a jammer scuffle. Feisty Fox picking up lead very quickly.
I love those passes where everything gets a bit all muddled up and then you find that space and just...
fresh air.
Follow on till morning.
Like being underwater and then you break the surface and you can breathe again.
You can breathe again.
No more blockers in your way.
We've got Feisty Fox breaking out of the pack for the first scoring pass. Has that 4 points. Keza Kapow also grabbing 4 points for their first scoring pass. Pretty fast jam, actually. Feisty Fox just getting out for their second scoring pass, picking up 4 points.
We saw those nerd blockers racing to catch Feisty before they left the engagement zone.
Lots of penalties getting picked up there. And the jam is dead. Oh, okay, so those whistles, I think, were kind of for the same penalty, so it looks like a lot of refs saw what happened, and they were like, yep, saw that, so that's when you know you can be confident. You know, it's always never good a feeling getting a penalty, though.
No. Everyone sees you skate to the bin.
No.
You have to have a long, hard think about what you've done.
I just laugh.
I mean, hey, it's a sport. It's a dynamic, complex sport. Random stuff happens on the day. Penalties are totally part of it.
Yeah. You can't learn if you don't do bad things sometimes.
Precisely. These walls are tough as nails. We are seeing both jammers really fighting. We've got the nerd jammer has reported to the bin. That means that South Sea has what's called a power jam. They're the only jammer on track.
South Sea picks up lead. Oh, amazing pass by the South Sea jammer.
That was a gorgeous spin on the toe stops there by Spendy.
And Dolly just making it out of the bin. Not enough time to quite get through the pack there. Not making their initial pass. But South Sea Roller Derby just picked up 6 points for that jam. Very good, yeah.
We heard a ew from the crowd for South Sea.
You. We got the
I'm
glow
sure we can
sticks
hear
going.
one for Nerd as well if I listen hard enough.
Yeah, there's definitely
no
some
one's
nerd
paying
fans
attention to
out
us.
there.
Except for you at home, Facebook people.
Yeah.
We love you very much. Please talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us. We're here, we can hear you.
Ooh, an amazing spill with South Sea pivot M-Dog. Very firmly catching that jammer. Still managing to pick up lead though with Nerd. Dustbuster, who is debuting today, picking up lead. Paralyzer skating for South Sea as their jammer.
So what you saw there, just with South Sea, you would have noticed that Paralyzer had taken the jammer star off their helmet. So basically, one of the tactics that a lot of teams use is as soon as you hear that double whistle, the lead jammer, you'll take off that helmet cover as a way to distract the other team and also possibly pass it over to your pivot and make it easier to get that star out of the pack, because that is the goal of roller derby. We want that star out of the pack. Okay, we got Spag on Northeast Roller Derby picking up lead, and we've got Citrus, it looks like, from South Sea, jamming for South Sea. Spag picking up 4 points on their first scoring pass, sorry. South Sea still working on getting out their initial pass, and it looks like Citrus has passed to the pivot. Here we got 77? Spin and Tonic.
Spin and Tonic taking up jammer position in that last jam. We saw some really strong skating from Spin and Tonic and from Dolly out the front of the pack. Two strong skaters, opposing forces coming up against one another.
It's, yeah, we do need to remember to give some love to the blockers, because the blockers make this game, man.
Yeah.
Like, the jammers are just the shiny object that runs around. Like, the blockers are the ones that, like, make the game. Like, the jammers are just rolling around in circles without the blockers. Like,
hey, nice.
Yeah.
Aren't you a jammer?
Yeah, I'm real into the self-deprecation of, like, the whole comedy
I'm just
area,
rolling around in
so
circles.
Yeah.
It makes you sound like a budgie or a hamster.
Yeah, you
it's just,
roll around in circles.
keeping yourself entertained with the circles.
I'm picturing myself, like, rolling down a hill just on my side.
Yeah.
That's...
I
like,
mean, that sounds fun. Do you want to find a healing officer after this and do that?
Yeah, I could do that,
Great.
Yeah. Grab some, like, bird seeds and feed the birds and roll down some hills.
Adorable.
That sounds so fun.
I think Beard wants us to be quiet. He's playing the music. Update from Beard, we can talk, but he wants background music. I think that's a good choice. It felt a little bit like, you know, like the Muppets, and then you have to get the cane and, like, yoink someone off stage. I mean, you will need a cane to get us to stop
playing the
talking.
music. Yeah.
It's like the Oscars. If you're thanking your mum for too long, Beard will play the music.
Okay, looks like we might be wrapping up the timeout. I can see you guys watching at home, so cheer for the teams. We need you to cheer, and we will read it, and we will thank you for it. So please write something down. Let us know.
Don't just lurk. Vicious Citrus. No, my apologies.
Feisty Fox.
Feisty Fox.
Yes.
Getting my fruits and mammals mixed up is lead jammer for South Sea.
We've got the Nerd Jammer reporting to the box. I think that's... Feisty Fox picking up lead for South Sea. Both really strong teams. You can see those walls. Dustbuster having a little of a scuffle with M-Dog.
A bit of a dust up.
A dust up. Calamity June coming back on track for Nerd as the jammer. Steffi Dumas, thank you for your comment. Go refs. Your mum's reffing. Oh, really? Which one? We'll give him a shout out. What's their ref name?
We are seeing some very, very good smashy smash from M-Dog on track there.
Yeah, this is a really physical game, and because you'll notice the pace is a little bit slower. the skaters have to kind of figure out how to use their skills differently and try to maybe hit a little harder for the seams or go for those outside edges and maybe be a bit more agile. But you can see them, it's a really physical game, this one.
Working really hard, both teams.
We've got Jackrabbit jamming for Nerd. And we've got Spendy.
And Spendy on track for South Sea. Jackrabbit is lead. We are seeing a Nerd skater report to the bin for a directional. Do you want to tell us about directionals, Knives?
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Basically, don't hit people in the opposite direction.
Yeah, you don't let it go clockwise.
Yeah, we love a good anti-clockwise. We go against the times.
Yeah.
We go
ahead of the times. We're ahead of the times.
We're against the times. I don't know what I'm trying to do here.
Something about times.
Oh, Kitty, yeah, Steffi. Yes, I do know your mum, Kitty. Shout out to Kitty. Kitty reffing. OPR.
I don't know if you can see that detail, but Kitty loved the shout out. Thank you for that.
We got Oblivion trying to break up South Sea's wall there. We've got Dolly, Kezika Pow, and Spag in a wall there. Stopping Grim Reaper. So we actually had a star pass earlier on in the jam from Spendy to Grim Reaper. Both jammers just grinding against the walls, trying to find holes, and the jam is called off.
At the end of Jam 18, we have Nerd on 86, South Sea on 44. Did we sweep the track before we started? Because we've got a bit of Dustbuster on the track. Jamming for Nerd and Paralyzer jamming for South Sea. We did sweep the track. That was just a dust joke. Anybody? No dust. I broke Knives. We are having some technical difficulty. Oh my gosh, I broke myself.
It doesn't help that, like, Beard's back there just groaning about the terrible jokes makes.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought it was a great joke.
Okay, back to some roller derby. All right, what do we got going on?
Dustbuster just called it off.
This jam, it looks like double donuts for that jam, but we'll check.
I love donuts.
Oh, don't get it.
Can we get donuts before we go roll down the hill?
Yeah. Oh
Great.
my God. I'm gonna have it. I don't know.
It's okay. We've got medics on the premises, which is a good time to acknowledge the medics. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm having a laughing attack. Please.
They're here to help us. Their favourite thing is helping people, whether it's an owie from the track, whether it's Knives unable to get it back together from a giggle fit. What would we do without them?
I don't know, man. But just a roller derby. So on jam number 20, we got 3 minutes left of the period. Spag has picked up both lead jammer and their first 4 points for their first scoring trip. Star pass by South Sea. Sending the star over to Calamity Payne while Spag calls off the jam before they can hit the back of the pack. Northeast Roller Derby racking up 8 points for that jam. Score check, we've got South Sea.
Never eat soggy Weet-Bix.
Never
South Sea
eat
versus
South
Northeast.
Sea.
Where am I?
We're perfectly
Feisty Fox. Getting feisty with Nerds Jammer Dustbuster.
I love
and
the
they
name
are through with
Dustbuster.
some beautiful toe-stop footwork on that inside edge. Can I comment on how M-Dog also fell down?
So, Northeast Roller Derby calls it off for that jam, picking up. South Sea Roller Derby got 4 points for that jam. Not too sure what happened there, but should probably pay a little more attention as announcers.
I think we're doing great. Let's not doubt ourselves.
I just wanted to do a little shout out to someone watching from home, Jessica Masalski. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yes, we do love the first aiders. They make us very safe in this sport, and
Safe and secure.
gives us the ability to play this amazing game safely. Okay, jam number 22. We've got, it looks like Dolly jamming for Northeast Roller Derby. We've got
South Seas Jammer.
Citrus?
Sadly in the bin, yeah.
Yep.
Vicious Citrus.
Citrus in the bin.
Citrus can be vicious, hey.
Oh,
Like sometimes a lemon is like real
don't,
aggressive.
Don't bite a lemon.
No.
Or like
And
sour
like
warheads.
especially the rind. Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, what about kumquats? Those little tiny baby attackers.
Don't talk to me about. I don't know what kumquats are.
If you're at home and you know what that fruit is, make me feel better and say so.
Drop us a like. Drop us a like for some kumquats, guys. Okay, the end of Jam 22. Northeast Roller Derby racks up 12 points. That's a good little breakout score for Northeast Roller Derby. I know what happened before with my voice, by the way, like with the South Sea, because South Sea and Northeast is like, I tried to go Southeast Roller Derby when I'm like, my brain's just wanting to make them into one big team. I think that's what it's doing.
That sounds cute. Maybe after this, I feel like they're not really ready to be mates right now because they're
no, they're at
head-to-head.
war.
Yeah,
They're at war.
at war. No, we are
Friendly
a peaceful
wars.
sport.
Yeah,
but it's
we,
war.
we do some fisty bumps on the lines. It's fun.
I apologise for the number of times that I've sounded like Darth Vader, breathing loudly straight into the mic.
We're working on our announcing etiquette. Yeah. Stop! Don't do that.
¿Por qué no?
Oh. The mics are off. Oh no. Beard is threatening us. You need your own mic, Beard. We really do need to have a. Yeah, next time. Yeah. But yeah, we've been doing some. A little bit of brainstorming, me and Mag, so we're working on our little shows. Obviously bringing you quality roller derby announcing, but also a little bit of fun in the halftime, hopefully. So just bringing it back to the track, we have a jam running. We've got Calamity Jane for Northeast Roller Derby and
Spendy for South Sea.
thank you very much, Mags.
Spendy fanging it through on their toe stops, picking up lead.
Calamity Jane breaking out of that initial pass.
We've seen a bit of a spill, but Spendy is back up and on their wheels.
Quick apology. I've been saying Jane. It's Calamity June. I apologize.
Thanks, Knives. That was a good...
Yeah, it's great. And just like the gods decided, Calamity June picks up 4 points for Northeast Roller Derby. And the jam is called. 4 points to Southeast Roller Derby. A little bit of a legal contact penalty at the end of the jam there.
What would have happened for that penalty to be called, Knives?
A number of things.
A number of things.
Illegal contact is like...
out of the whistle, past the whistle.
Yes.
Look, we don't want to speculate on what happened just then, but one of the things that can happen is if you keep smishy smash after the whistles are gone, you get in trouble.
Yeah, yep. If you change directions after them whistles have been called, you're gonna get off the track. We ain't putting up with that.
No.
No. You smashy smash after the jam finish, you go to the box. Go. Yeah. Yes, okay, so, it looks like we've come to halftime. I'm just having a little giggle fit because one of my lovely teammates, Nat O'Ninetails, has come over asking me if I need any sugar. So we're going to, have a little break for halftime and we'll see you back for the second half. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone. Here we are starting our second half of South Sea Roller Derby versus Northeast Roller Derby. We've got a score check for you. We've got South Sea on 56 points and Northeast Roller Derby on 114. That is a score, can confirm, yeah. Yeah, we need a mic for you, Beard. All right, we're just having a little chill before our officials decide it is time, because they are the ones with the power.
We're seeing on track, we've got 2 blockers for South Sea and 3 for Northeast, which means each team has a couple of maybe had a bit of shenanigans in the last jam when we left off, and they've got blockers in the bin.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how they handle that, having fewer people on the track with them, going up against Spag from Nerd and Spendy from ssrd.
So just a quick announcement about our merch.
Do you want to release your inner witch, Ben?
No, I'm eating a lolly, so Mags, I'm going to pass it over to you.
It's over to me. Hoodies, East Vic Roller Derby hoodies are $20. T-shirts and singlets $10 over at the merch table. That is a steal.
Fire sale.
So
it's
roll
a fire
over there.
sale. Everything must go.
Get it cheap.
Everything must go. $20 hoodies. Like they've got hoodies with like the arms cut off, and like if you don't go buy it, I am probably going to go buy it at the end of this. So
nice crisp double whistle signifying that Nerd have picked up lead. Someone's got what? I'm going to steal Beard's comedic material. The reason the T-shirts and singlets are cheap is because they're already 20% off, no sleeves.
yeah, they cut the sleeves off. That's why they're cheaper.
Someone else stole the material.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to echo Beard,
so
and you'll
bad.
think I'm funny or terrible. Paralyzer, you have a very supportive fan in the audience who's great at projecting. Oh, gorgeous hit from 13, knocking off 067. Dustbuster knocked off track there by Grim Reaper. Death comes for us all.
Paralyzer picking up 4 points for South Sea Roller Derby. M-Dog chasing out Dustbuster, but not quite catching them. Dustbuster picking up 4 points for Nerd. Paralyzer making their second scoring trip, picking up 4 points for the Banshees. And Dustbuster also picking up 4 points for Nerd. We got a close jam.
Paralyzer serving a very nice strong hit to some Nerd blockers just then.
So what it looked like there was South Sea really needed to get all their blockers out of the box there. So luckily Paralyzer had the lead jammer and was able to give it a little delay before calling it off, so that all the team got back together. They could regroup and send out a fresh lineup.
For sure. It's always best to have your full lineup on track, especially at the start. As Knive said before, this game really does come down to the blockers in so many ways. So having that full lineup is of great benefit.
Yeah. You can have a jammer that does backflips if you don't have blockers. I'm going to keep just insulting jammers, but I am one. So
We love jammers.
we love jammers. They're lovely to look at.
If anything, we're trying to mask our bias by upping the blockers.
Yeah. They do fun little twirls sometimes. Yeah, hey. If you're watching online, sometimes we can see like who's lurking. Vicky, if you're still there, we can see you.
Hi, Vicky. Thanks
Say
for tuning
hi.
in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Look, we're drunk on the power of being able to see people joining the live feed.
Beard sarcastically just said that's not creepy at all. Well, the thing says Vicky Hamilton is watching. I think that's kind of creepy in itself. Yeah, it's Facebook. Facebook needs to check their language.
Yeah, Zuckerberg, take that.
I'm getting so much validation by the like laughter from the crowd here. It's great.
Yeah, I heard a laugh before and was, felt it did a great job for my ego boost, but then I think I realised it was just an in-joke.
Yeah, like some people were just having a conversation, having a laugh, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not
Oh, it weren't me.
we're not actually that funny. We're just
Only to ourselves.
pretty much.
There it is again.
Again.
Hot off the press, folks. Don't all run at once, but everything from the bake sale is now $1 each. I heard a woo. Was that for the bake sale? Yes, $1 each. Get your butts there. Sorry if you're watching from home.
Don't need it.
Don't need it.
I mean, I really don't. I've got a bag.
I didn't even know you could get Vegemite shakes. I didn't even know you could get Vegemite shakes.
Would you like to try one?
Just one. No, I don't know if I want to.
I'll say a Vegemite they are an acquired taste.
Try our cheese. Cheese, Governor. G'day, Governor.
I'm not sure how well they'll make the hot cross bun.
Why is it spicy?
No, why is it sweet?
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. It's kind of like cheese and bacon, but
Needs to be many more salties.
yeah,
It's just cheese and veggie.
cheese and bacon. Yeah.
It's a comment on the taste, not us. It looked like you. You do that face. This one. The mummy. Oh, we should shout out to the peppers. Have we got time? Yeah.
The what?
These people.
Oh yes, the officials.
Roller derby is an incredibly complex sport, as we've said before, and it could not run without an amazing host of non-skating and skating officials. So we want to do a bit of a shout out. The head skating official for this game is Knickerbocker.
Let's hear it for Knickerbocker. Yeah.
Knickerbocker, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, sure.
Butcherbird is your inside pack ref.
Butcherbird just recently coming up to a full ref, passing the ref test at their home league.
Congrats to Butcherbird.
Yeah. Yeah, who else we got?
Your jam refs are Psych
It's like,
and 5284. Outside pack refs, we've got Kitty, we've got Gary, we've got Murray Fury.
and our alt referee, who kind of sits on the side and doesn't do too much except, I don't know, but he's our tournament head referee as well. He's our peewee.
Spag is
All-time.
that lead jammer for Nerd. Feisty Fox. Doing some great agility there.
Yeah.
If you are at the venue, note that your dancing is appreciated by people who are watching from home. Vicious
Yes.
Citrus.
Very clear blue 0-1 multiplayer block.
Vicious Citrus on track, souring up those blockers. That's a sort of citrus reference that didn't land well. And for Nerd, we have Keza Kapow jamming, lead jammer for this jam.
Against Vicious Citrus for the Banshees.
Nicely evading a block from South Sea Pivot and then calling the jam. Knives, I like watching the benchies and, you know, those sort of bad lip reading videos on the internet?
Yeah, yep.
I like sort of doing that and trying to imagine that they're doing some sort of wacky dance move, trying to interpret what they're trying to say to their skaters on the track.
Yep. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Yeah. Wave them around like you don't
Wave 'em.
care. Jack
Do
Rabbit is lead.
Do a little spin.
Spendy taking some fresh air and then having it rudely closed off by a Nerd blocker. We're seeing a nice long drawback.
Dolly bringing the South Sea skater to the back of the pack.
Because you're not allowed to just get knocked off and then just yeet yourself back on wherever you please. If a skater was in front of you when you were knocked off, you need to get on behind them. You can't better your position after having been knocked off. So that's why you'll see skaters drawing other skaters back, like we're seeing now.
That is correct. Otherwise, you will receive a cut penalty by advancing your position while going outside of the track boundaries.
We have seen a successful star pass from Calamity June, who is now your jammer. Jackrabbit picking up those points, and swiftly calling it.
And a total of 12 points to Northeast Roller Derby for that jam, bringing the total to 151 for Nerd and 71 for Southeast. Oh my God, I did it again. South Sea Roller Derby. I want to merge them so bad.
We've got a lot of compass points in Derby. Makes it tricky.
There's something about juniors. Juniors play them. Southeast Magic Rollers. Okay, that's
shout
another.
out to the juniors who did a
Shout out-
phenomenal job this morning.
It was adorable. I gotta say.
Adorable, but also terrifying.
Yeah.
Because one day they are going to be they're going to
Yeah.
be seniors one day.
They're going to be better than all of us because they've been training since they've been like 6 years old, some
Yeah.
of them.
And then we'd all better watch ourselves.
Yeah.
World of pain. Coming right at us.
World of small pain.
Small pain. I think they'll grow by then, hopefully.
Well, yeah.
If they eat their spinach and their wheat
Yeah.
bix.
Don't want them to get too tall, though.
No.
It's like too scary.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're coming up to the next
gonna
jam.
do
No,
it
it looks
again.
like we've got a team timeout for South Sea. We've got 10 seconds left.
Just a reminder, get yourself over to the merch table, or the bake sale table, or the raffle table. Spend all your money. Great value at all three tables. Dustbuster jamming for Nerd.
Speaking
And
of
wowee, we saw a real quick skating from South Sea Pivot M-Dog, sorry. But Dustbuster, undeterred.
Nice little jammer coordination there. So the jammer was signaling to get some offense from their team.
But unfortunately, receiving a cut track penalty. And South Sea's jammer revving up the crowd.
Calamity
Through
Pain
the pack.
making it through from their time in the box. Making their time worthwhile on that track, really making the Nerd blockers work hard. Sending Spag to the box for a blocking out of play, blocking out of bounds. Oh, very nice.
Impressive skids from Calamity there.
Yeah, good skids. Dustbuster really pushing on South Sea's wall. The Nerd Blockers trying to give Dustbuster a little space, just enough for them to get through and pick up those 4 points.
We saw Vivian there do some really beautiful offense to get their jammer out just then. The crowd loved that jam.
That was just good vibes all around for that jam, for sure. Lots of effort.
Paralyzer on track for South Sea. Ooh, hang on a minute. We have an official timeout.
Quick announcement. Anyone with a little bit of nibbles, do you want to head over to our bake sale? Everything is $1.
I might have to elbow some people out of the way to get
That's a deal.
any brownies
$1.
left. They're probably all gone.
$1 for anything on the table. Anything. Everything must go. Everything, everywhere must go all at once.
Oh, yeah, that was a good movie.
It's a pretty good movie, yeah. The hot dogs.
Keeping up with the plot feels like keeping up with the game of roller derby rules. Right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, less hot dog fingers.
Less hot dog fingers. More $1 cupcakes. Or $1 jelly cups. Or $1 cookies. Get in. Get in before they're gone.
$1 honey chews. All right, you've got Paralyzer fighting their way through the pack. Jackrabbit skating for Nerd. These walls are strong, folks. Beautiful formation from both teams. And a nice save from Jackrabbit there. Showing very good balance despite being knocked.
Both teams really giving the Jammers a hard time with their very strong walls.
Beautiful assist for Nerd from Spag. They're helping their jammer out. Paralyzer. Free of that pack. Skating beautifully. And Nerd, lead jammer, calls it off.
Jackrabbit skips through the inside of the track, picking up 4 points, calling it off before South Sea has a chance to hit the back of the pack. Bit of a score check. We've got South Sea Roller Derby on 83 points. Northeast Roller Derby on 163. They are numbers. So each team still has 2 timeouts left. They both have their official review for this half, as we're only 10 minutes into this half. We've got Vicious Citrus trying to...
Pow, taking that outside edge, facing off against M-Dog, and is now lead for this jam. Vicious Citrus, free of the pack. You'll see the ref following Vicious Citrus doing what I call the sad bird, which means that they are not lead. They cannot call the jam off.
I like that. I like the sad bird.
Sad bird. I don't like the sad bird following me when I'm jamming, but I...
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's kind of nice because they're doing like a little flourish.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of like negative connotation because it's like you're not lead, but it's still like a nice little
sparkle arms,
little
make you feel better.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice way to look at it.
Because otherwise you've just got like this ref pointing at you. Like, not that I don't love being lead jammer. Like, don't get me wrong. But do you want a ref pointing at you?
Didn't your mother tell you it's rude to point?
No, mad respect for the refs. I actually have the next game up. I'll be reffing. Very excited for that.
While
Can
we've got a timeout, let's talk
Yeah.
about the non-skating officials.
Yeah, let's
the feating
acknowledge
officials.
the non-skating officials. First up, our head NSO is Buster Hammy, who is also PLT in the middle of the track, you'll find. So you'll see them having
us
a bit
what
of a
PLT
walk
is.
around. Sorry, what's BLT?
PLT.
A penalty lineup tracker.
I was hoping you'd say BLT.
Oh,
Or
don't.
HLT,
don't.
halloumi, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, we got some
we have a-
BLT
we have a
lovers in the
BLT
audience.
fan?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, HLT. That sounds so good.
What
Anyway,
about a Blat at the avocado. Spag, Jimmy Jamming for Nerd, Feisty Fox for South Sea. Saw some beautiful ping-ponging from Feisty Fox just then. Spag pushing through the pack. Lead jammer.
and Feisty Fox not too far behind.
Blockers getting set up again, ready to take big, powerful hits. Lots of dodges from their skaters.
Did you see
Spag calling it
M-Dog
off.
just like sprinting from the bot? Like, they
M-Dog
are
scares me.
Keen.
Yeah.
They are keen to get in there. Like, yeah, I could say I'm a bit scared of M-Dog.
Yeah. They're fast,
They
they're
got
feisty.
moxie.
Yeah, they got moxie.
That's it. They got some scary moxie.
Mate, every time you get a notification, the buzz, the vibration goes to the speakers.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Don't know if you can turn vibrate off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was thinking about that.
I've just been
Yeah.
here.
Okay, we've got a new jam on. It's so quiet in here. So, okay, South Sea picks up lead jammer. We've got Spendy and Dolly for Nerd. M-Dog hitting Dolly off the track.
Big bit of impact from Dolly. Very strong hitter.
Some pretty tough hits going on.
We've got a South Sea blocker reporting to the bin for a penalty. And we've
Got
just
a-
had a destruction of pack penalty called.
I love a
on-
destruction.
Do
Well, not I don't like getting them, but I love roller derby rules. So a destruction is basically it's everyone's responsibility to keep the pack together. So we some of us know that the pack is of the largest number of blocking skaters from both teams who are upright and inbounds within 10 feet of each other. So if you break that pack by splitting the numbers evenly or bringing the teams away from each other, or say if someone purposefully skates from the front to the back and there is no longer a largest amount of skaters, that skater that skated back will receive a destruction penalty. So yeah, it's one of those funny ones, but it's one of those twisty ones.
A twisty.
A twisty. So we've got Dolly still just
Powering through
Grinding.
on a power jam.
grinding. I know how I can feel how tired they all are right now. I was there not too long ago.
Yeah, it's exhausting. It's hard work.
Is the live feed still working? Is the live feed still working?
It fell over just now and it should be coming back up.
Okay, yeah, sweet. Be yourself.
15 seconds ago.
You can. In the middle hearts are gonna say. Let's have a party. It just takes some time. Oh no, it's the guitar solo.
Or they shut me down for copyright.
Oh, I see.
Fortunately, you're singing it so far from the original. I do need a microphone.
Yeah, you do.
Sting.
Because I'll prove you wrong. I'll get us DMCA striked. I can't hear it quite well enough to sing along to it, unfortunately. But I hope. Oh yeah, thank you.
Like magic.
Your best. Do everything you can. And don't you worry what them bitter hearts are gonna say. It just takes some time. Little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything there. Okay. All right, we're back to Derby.
Should be here all week, folks. Spag picks up lead very quickly.
Taking that inside
Spicy
line.
Fox.
Following the same pass as Spag on that inside line. Spag calling it off with 4 points before South Sea managed to grab any points of their own.
No, I didn't.
So just real quickly, I do want to get through the rest of the list of the NSOs because they make this game as much as everyone else. So we had Buster Hammy, we've got Insania as a jam timer. We've got Bianca on the scoreboard operator. We've got Blitz. Looks like Frank. Frank's also down as a penalty lineup tracker. We've got Fleabag as a scorekeeper. We've got Frank as the scorekeeper. We've got Nicholas Rage as the penalty box manager. We've got Sparks as a penalty box timer, Bullseye as a penalty box timer, and the alt NSO is Chaos, also from South Sea.
For this jam, we have Kezuka Powell grabbing lead, calling off, preventing, I believe that's Vicious Citrus from getting any points that jam. But they didn't get points either that jam. That's that classic.
Oh,
if I
double
can't have
donuts.
any, you can't have any either.
Yeah.
Double
Yeah.
donuts, yeah.
Love some double donuts. Double Daniel's Donuts.
Oh.
Not sponsored.
But hey, if you'd like to, hit us up.
Oh, yeah. If you buy us some donuts, well, send us. If you send us donuts. Okay, jam.
Paralyzer jamming for South Sea.
Jam number
And
13.
a power jam for South Sea as Spag reports to the box.
For a cut track.
That means that Paralyzer is now lead.
The Banshees taking this opportunity to squeeze that points differential down a little bit more.
South Sea really pulling out that offense. Scrambling the nerd blockers as Paralyzer makes their way through the pack.
Picking up 4 points for South Sea. Spag caning it out of the box. Just cruising through the pack. Making their initial pass.
Paralyzer calling after picking up their points. At the end of Jam 13, in the second half, folks, we've got Northeast on 182. South Sea on 98. We're going into a timeout for the orange team.
We're going to bring it back. We're doing Knives karaoke again. No, let's not. Oh, is it Africa? Oh, no. Oh, no, this is a problem, guys.
Your ears are in for a
Legit,
treat.
this is like my favorite song. Like, not even joshing ya. This is... I'm not responsible. Sorry.
The intro's long enough, we'll only have 20 seconds.
All right, yeah. Tunes are going tonight. Oh God, I don't know the lyrics. No, not yet. Not yet. Wait, I'm getting there. Huh?
He turned to me
Turn
as
the
if to
mics
say,
off.
Harry Boy is waiting there for you.
As if to say, Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 and no more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. It's gonna take some time to do the things we never had. He turned it off! Ah! He turned it off! Oh, okay. No. Oh, no, that's okay. Are we still in a timeout? Oh, well, I'll take a vote if anyone wants to vote. If you want me to shut up, put your hand up.
If you want Knives to keep singing, say aye.
All right, crickets. From you, there's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. It's gonna take
Spendy,
Jam
jamming
study.
for South Sea. Gets a kapow,
Gets a
jamming
kapow.
for Nerd.
for NERD.
I just really appreciate an onomatopoeic derby name.
Yeah. Yeah. Just these jammers are grinding hard. No lead jammer yet. Okay, the pack stretching out very far. Getting Kapow. Lead jammer.
We've got a blocker going to the bin from South Sea. Kapow is lead jammer for this jam.
M-Dog.
M-Dog jamming
is
for you now.
Our new jammer for South Sea. And the jam is called off.
I don't mean to fangirl too hard over M-Dog, but gosh, they pick up speed quickly.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't know.
How? On track.
I reckon they've got electric skates. Alright. We got 11 minutes left of our delirious derby.
You're welcome. Feisty Fox is jamming for South Sea. Gosh. Seeing that pack open up nice and wide and then swiftly close in again. Like that descending door on Indiana Jones kind of vibes. Calamity.
Bit of a
He's your
tangle
lead
there
jammer.
in the pack
Bit of
with
spaghetti on the track.
spaghetti on the track.
Spaghetti on the track. Look out! That is to say, a whole lot of intertwined noodles on the track.
So that was Kangabanger, Westy, Grim Reaper, and Calamity Payne for blocking for the South Sea lineup there.
We've got multiple calamities in this game. That is to say, two skaters whose name starts with Calamity. Everything else is going great. There's no other calamities.
Calamitrus. No, I was trying to fuse two words together and it didn't work.
Calamity Poon? No.
Okay, we've got a South Sea skater going to the box for a directional. Vicious Citrus picking up lead for South Sea roller derby. Spag coming in close behind. Overtaking Vicious Citrus. Both jammers caught up on the walls.
We're seeing really nice revolving from the walls, so that means we're seeing the blockers in formations instead of a triangle formation, and then rotating which blocker is at which point of the triangle so they can keep snagging that jammer.
It's a little bit like a nice waterfall. So you'll see the skaters just kind of waterfall around the jammer, making sure they're in that water.
It also makes me think of those revolving doors. But I feel like I have an easier time. I actually really struggle with those doors, so I probably would have an easier time getting through the pack, I hope. Those revolving doors put me off. I really struggle to get into a building when they have those. It's like a child lock, but for me.
They're pretty scary when you approach them. It's like
it's like getting put in a washing machine.
You know what it reminds me of? You know when you used to skip rope in school? Like you've got your two friends, you're doing the skip and you're doing like the hand thing and you're like, all right, I'm figuring out like when to get in. Like that is a revolving door.
If you don't time it right, you get smacked in the face.
Yeah. By a door.
That'd be... Maybe that could be someone's derby name. Revolving door. Revolving gore.
Revolving gore.
Revolving gore.
Revolting door.
Revolting door. Bleh. Disgusting.
So it looks like we've got an official timeout going on. A couple of those. How are we going for time? 4:38. Yeah, good. We've got 8 minutes left of the 8 minutes 40. Hawkeye groaning in frustration. He just wants to go home. He's happy. All right. He reckons he's happy, but I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to Hawkeye for providing Hawkeye Cam. If you're at home, you are getting a real treat seeing this game from numerous angles.
Yeah. Really, really stylish. All right. Official timeout has come to an end.
South Seas Jammer Paralyzer starting this jam in a power jam scenario with Nerds Jammer still serving their penalty in the bin.
Spag in the box.
Big ol' hit from Paralyzer.
Yep, looked like Paralyzer got a back block there.
Yes. We want to have very long derby careers, so there's quite a few penalties that protect delicate or really super important body parts like your head, your back, etc.
Yeah, so like when you first talk to someone and you're like, oh, I do roller derby, they're like, oh, so you like punch each other and roll around and like trip each other over. It's like, no.
Safety first.
That's a crime. Yeah, no.
People have either seen Whip It or if they're of an older demographic, they've seen Rollerball. I haven't seen it, but they're very sure, they're very confident that we just punch each other. And if they're even older, they think that we have alligators in the middle of the track.
Oh, yeah, because
big tumble for one of our nerd skaters just then, but a good recovery.
It's getting very physical. Everyone, I can tell, is tired. Coming up to the end of the game, even our refs are having a little bit of a huff, but I totally understand. Hear it for the refs. They just hang around and like help us out all day. It's great. Yes. Yeah, we have a timeout for South Sea. Team timeout, so that will be 1 minute for the team, and then we'll have the 30-second lineup call as well. So in total, it's 1 minute 30 until the next jam starts, or from now, 1 minute, as we have just passed the 30-second point. You're welcome.
Reporting to you live from Officer.
From
Officer Community Hub.
Knives and Fury commentating.
I think we only got the tating part into the mic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like potatoes.
I love potatoes.
Oh, I love potatoes too.
I love a good potato jam,
Put 'em in a
like a
stew.
little bit of chip, or even some mash.
Cheese.
Some mash.
Some mash.
You got some mash with the milk and the butter. Or you got the salt too. You got to put that
Oh,
salt in there.
Yum, yum, yum.
And the milk. You got to make it all all right.
I think we should do a cooking show next.
So, team timeout has come to an end. We got that 5 seconds call. Spendy on the line with Kaza Kapow.
I believe it's pronounced kapow.
Oh, My apologies. You've messed me up now. Kazakapau picking up lead jammer for Northeast Roller Derby.
I'm sorry.
No.
I put a glitch into the knives.
Yeah.
Ooh. Roller derby is all about, well, not all, but a significant amount of roller derby is about getting your butt in the way of another skater. And we're seeing the blockers do that really well on this track here.
M-Dog taking the star pass from the South Sea jammer, forcing Nerd to call off in order to stop South Sea from gaining any extra points there.
Feisty Fox skating for South Sea. Jackrabbit for Northeast Roller Derby. Jackrabbit picking up a lead. Picking up 4 points with ease.
Sorry about that, folks. I think my do not disturb turned off.
Leaping through that inside line. Picking up 4 points. Northeast blockers really locking it all in against that South Sea jammer. Calamity making it out of the pack. Kazakapau on track against Vicious Citrus. That double whistle signifying Keza has lead for Northeast Roller Derby. Vicious Citrus still working to get out of the pack. Very sticky pack, holding the fort. We have South Sea's jammer through the pack. That jam coming to an end. At the end of Jam 20, we have South Sea Roller Derby on 103, Northeast Roller Derby on 223.
And 3 minutes left of the game, guys.
It's just been very impressive to see these two teams going up against one another.
They're so strong.
Very strong. Some really big hits, some really solid walls.
Kangabanga chasing the jammer down.
Ooh. Big tumble.
And
now South Sea's blocker that had just knocked out Jackrabbit tried to do a drawback, but Jackrabbit's blockers held the fort, prevented them from getting it further back, out the back of the pack. Both jammers still fighting their way through the pack. Some really beautiful defense from South Sea, holding back that jammer Jackrabbit long enough for Paralyzer to break free, picking up lead. Big hit from Paralyzer,
Yeah, I felt that one.
knocking Bangers to the floor. Quick recovery from Bangers.
Donna Kebab and Barbara fell down, holding the jammer at the back of the pack there for a bit. And the Nerd Jammer manages to break through, and Jackrabbit picks up those 4 points. The scoreboard really does not portray how tough both of these teams are skating at the moment. South Sea on 107, Northeast Roller Derby on 227. 50 seconds left on the game time clock. See how this pans out. If it turns out that this is out,
Hold the fort. Hold the phone, I should say. The fort's fine.
Bit
but
of
hold the
a-
phone. My gosh, goodness. That's a lot of footage.
All right, so we've gone into an official timeout, leaving 38 seconds on the clock. We'll see how fast they can get a jam done. See if they can get
Yeah.
another one in before.
I mean, just love more jams, more derby.
Yeah, let's go more
More
derby.
derby.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock to start the jam. Game time frozen at 38 seconds until the jam starts.
Jamming
There we
for
go.
South Sea Banshees, Spendy, and for Northeast Knockouts, Spag. We're hearing a no pack call from the ref. South Sea having to stop blocking upon hearing that call, and Spag has picked up lead for Nerd. Same thing has just happened for South Sea. No pack, and Spendy taking the opportunity to get out. We are seeing two blockers from South Sea very quickly skate into that pack.
Westy and M-Dog did a very good job holding Spag back for a bit there. You can
Spag
see
calling it.
the South Sea bench, everyone on their feet cheering on their own team and the Northeast Roller Derby team. Having a great time. It looks like everyone had a fun time during that game. I know I did.
I had a fantastic time in that game. Fantastic watching very skilled skaters
Woo!
and excellent dancers.
Excellent dancers, yes. Oh,
Skilled
very
refs.
last minute. If you want to get in now. Get to the raffle table. The raffle has been drawn. Okay, false alarm. You're out of the raffle. Give us a minute, and we're going to announce those winners. So stick around. Keep your ears out. Yeah. We will be reading those out in just a moment. Make sure to grab yourselves a $1 steal on the bake sale. And we've got the $20 hoodies and the $10 t-shirts. And wrapping up the game, we have the final scores. Southeast Roller Derby on 114 and Northeast Roller Derby on 231. Amazing game by both teams. Very well done. Nerd taking out the win.
If
All
you've
right.
joined us from home, thank you so much for sticking with us. We hope you enjoyed this game. You've been listening to
Knives and Fury commentating. Bye.
See you later.